Hey folks, Foggy here. Welcome to day 362 of my year of solo board gaming, considered by many to be ill-advised and stupid. We are playing Seventh Continent. We're down to the last four games. For these next two games, I've decided to go with games that have not yet been on the channel, but that I've played before. It took a little bit of refreshing of the rules to remember how to play this Gerschliger game. And it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Essentially, you are explorers on a continent. We have been cursed with the curse of the voracious goddess. We either have to resolve the curse or die in the process. I've already played a little bit. I've gone with this card already just to flip it, and that's how I got these bandages, which are a lovely thing. But that's pretty much that. And now we'll go ahead and get started. And I'm probably going to be hemming and hawing a lot because I do not remember how to play this game at all. So I was worried that I was going to remember how to solve it because I've played through it before. I don't remember how the mechanics work. So it's going to be interesting. But because we've already done that, we're going to go ahead and start our next turn. Our next turn is pretty much going to have to be go here, go here. So we're going to go, I think, this way. So the first thing I want to do is I don't need to flip a card. I don't need to get any successes, so I don't need to do any of that. So we'll go ahead and flip. Relaxed. You may discard this card. This is a state card. You may discard this card during the results step of an action you were involved in to apply the following effect, either star or lucky star. And we're going to reveal 9. All right, that is 9. We're now on here. We've got some things that we can do while we're on this. We can either go back to this. We can explore up here. There is something out here that we can take a look at. There's something here we can take a look at. And there's something down here. We do need to put out new exploration tiles. So that's 1. And that's 2. So I think what I want to do is I want to go down here to 6. I don't need to worry about drawing cards or exploring, so we'll just simply go down. Life jacket. We have found an item. So this is going to be our first item. We're going to put this in our satchel, and this is going to be where I think trying to find space for things is going to be difficult. We get 1. We're going to put a 4 on it, and basically that means for each use of it, that number will go down and eventually become a 0, and we discard the item. And now we're going to reveal 6. So we've revealed a new area. There is a search on here, and then there's also a space that we can explore. So we need to put a new terrain card out. And I think we're just going to go ahead and continue to explore. Cursed. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. Anxiety overcomes you. Despite the cold temperatures, you are sweating profusely and start to shake uncontrollably. We can do a calm. We can try to calm ourselves, in which case we can shuffle some curses back into the deck or something. So that's unfortunate. We still succeed, so we're still going to put 4 out. Basically, this is just a way to come back up, I guess. So we do have to deal with this now. So we can draw cards, and then basically we draw cards until we have enough stars, I think. So we've got 1 star that we can already use. I'm going to go ahead and draw 3 stars, or 3 cards. All right. We have that, that, and that. Unfortunately, that was more than enough. We could have just stopped at any point. Actually, I take that back. These 2 would have won. These would not. But we are able to get rid of this. We don't need to get rid of this because we have enough stars to do this. I think this just gets discarded over here. And then we can keep one of these as a new skill. Now we can keep up to 5 skills when we're playing solo. And I think I probably want... Yeah, I want this Yale graduate one. Basically, it makes all healing, sailing, and strength cheat easier. And these 2 get discarded. And the reason you don't want to just simply draw as many cards as you want is because eventually you will run out of cards, and then you get into this dangerous area where a curse will end the game. All right. So, I take it back. I probably should have been drawing cards for the exploration. I keep forgetting it's not the flip card. It's the little running card down on the bottom. So already messed this up royally. I'm not going to worry too much about it. There is a look thing here, and since it's a 0 and 0, we're just going to look at it. It's card 35. Two, three, four. All right. Immediately after this is revealed, one involved character may choose one card with the keyword stamina in the discard pile and add it to their hand and shuffle it back into their action deck. All right. So this is kind of cool. So let's see. Do we have anything with stamina as a keyword? Unfortunately, there's no stamina in the deck. So we're just going to put this here for now. I think we can come back and add that. Except it isn't immediately, but it also gives us an opportunity to relax if we want to. There's an explore here that basically is draw one card at least and get at least one success, 0 success. So we will draw. We end up with a shovel. That's actually really good. Again, I'm going to be struggling here to make sure I have space for everything. Put the shovel here. That's going to get a 4. And that is an automatic success, so we're going to draw 8. Pull this all out. Swimming away will certainly not be easy. On the other hand, if you stay here for more than a few days, you will likely die. So there's an exit here. Basically, you can succeed, and that will allow you to draw 23. But if I remember correctly, that is just not a good thing to go with. All right. Let's head back over here. We're going to draw 2 cards this time. We found a torch and a valiant hearts shall not fail, which is an automatic 2. I feel like the torch is better though. We're going to look at 12, which is going to require 1 card. Woven cord. I'm going to hold on to this. It's not a great thing to hold on to by any stretch, but it'll give us a chance to get a fire. Those are all 4 items that I can have. Now, technically, I can have multiple items in there, and it represents sort of a thing being put together, but you can only have 1 dice. So if I do that, it's going to basically limit the usability of the other items there. So that was, we drew that, so now we're going to look at 12. You hide and wait in silence. Depending on the number of successes you obtain, take the corresponding number of 30 cards. Okay, so it looks like this is sort of a hunting thing. We're not going to worry about too much of that. We're going to continue onward up this way. It does take us a little while, so that's going to be 2 more cards that we draw. Forewarned is forearmed, and panpipes. We're going to skip the panpipes, and I think we're just going to go for forewarned, forearmed. We're going to explore 15. That means we have to draw 1 card. Actually, we're going to explore 34 first. Knowledge is power. You get more experience. So that'll go into our thing there. We didn't have to get any successes, so it's just draw 34. You tear a piece of seaweed and give it a taste. As soon as your tongue starts to tingle, you spit it out immediately. However, its flexible and strong stem might prove useful. Immediately after this is revealed, take a 29 card from the adventure deck if available. Red seaweed. This is a book item, so book items do not get counted as part of inventory. And essentially, it just means that when you see red seaweed on the card, you can use that as a vine. All right. We're going to explore this way now. Think. All right, we're just going to keep that. I'm not sure how useful that'll be. We can have up to 5 of these skill cards in play. Lunch. A plump seagull is hopping around just a few yards from you. If you are a vegetarian, just ignore it. So we can either banish it, or we discard it. Well, let's just go on our way. We're just going to discard it. That requires 0, 0. 15. All right, that's going to require 17 over here, but we have to get across this. The waves break and crash loudly against the jagged rocks. Getting to the other side is not going to be an easy task. Put a 17 or a 9 card into play in the space shown, unless it's already there. Each involved figure moves into it. That is if we are successful going across there. We need 3 cards and 1 success. Now we can apply a success if we want. We can do that. So we've got a bunch of items here. And I think we want to take the first aid. That is going to put us at 4 skill so far. But we are able to successfully get across. So we're going to put 17 into play. There are no other things here, so we have to look at a few things to make this work. There's a pray option here. There is an explore option, and then there's an examine option. So let's do the examine option. The examine option is free. It's just 0, 0. Each chain runs through a pulley located at the top of a crane. Lowering and submerging the submarine obviously requires great precision and skill. And then you get a strength here. So we have a skill. Yeah, we have a skill that allows us to basically ignore drawing a card for a strength. And then I can use this, forewarned is forearmed, and apply that as a skill. And so that is going to succeed. Replace the terrain card you are standing on and replace it with a 24 card. So now there are green and yellow cards in here, and anytime that you see both, that usually means that some shenanigans are going on. But essentially, anytime green goes to yellow, it means that there's some additional state for that card that may come out. So here, we're going to replace 17 with 24. And then put 17 back in. And now we've got some slightly different stuff. We've got 37 here for the Explorer, which we will go ahead and do. Except that's going to come from over here. All right. Entering the control room, you immediately, and we'll go ahead and discard this. Entering the control room, you immediately check the remaining fuel. All you have to do is restart the engine, and you'll be able to leave this blasted place. So now we've got a special flag on here. And we can, for 1 card, basically go to 21. So let's put 22 back in the deck. Not sure if there's anything else we want to do here. First, let's go ahead and explore this area over here. That's going to require a card, which we're just going to ignore. And we got 164. Swimming away will certainly not be easy. On the other hand, if you stay here for a few more days, you will die. So just add that there. All right, let's go ahead and leave. We have to just draw a card. Minimize the odds. I'll go ahead and take that since I've got an open state card. And now we'll go to 21. A stick on the control panel seems to engage the engine. You pull it down, but nothing happens. At second glance, it seems to take 2 gear wheels to start the engine. All right, so I think what we have to do is we have to go find some steer wheels, gear wheels. Which means let's go back over here. We're going to pray just to see if that will yield anything. It's not a curse, fortunately. 39. Immediately after this effect is revealed, take a 666 card after resolving it, apply the following effect. All right, so we're going to get a 666 card, which sounds spooky. All right, 0 and 1. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of relaxed so I don't have to draw any cards. And we can get rid of, this can go back in. All right. So we're going to have to go back this way. There's no, I don't know if the explore action is specifically just you're moving. There's no movement back here, but to get across it, we have to spend three cards. Woven basket, bolas, remember. All right. I think we got to go check up here. So it's going to be one more card. Again, I think those are just if you are exploring. Actually, I might be wrong about that. We're going to move there and then up here. I have to flip over one more card for. That would be nice. Habits and customs. If you have 3 or more cards with the keyword fetish, take a 420 card and banish this. Well, that's chipper. And 7 is going to go there. All right. So 7, we want to look around for some stuff. Let's explore 18. That's going to require another card. The many reefs that surround the island would surely wreck any craft trying to approach or leave. However, you might be able to swim through them. The sea is calm right now, but this is not a time to be reckless. So we would get to do some stuff there. Let's go ahead and take a look at 11. That is just a free look. If there is a... that is something else. A man is lying face down on the rocks. You approaching closer, you notice his clothes are torn and tattered, and his body is swollen and puffy. Parts of the body are mutilated. The man's skin bulges with what looks like large eggs. Yum. All right, have I explored everywhere here? I think so, and I forget how I'm supposed to... resolve this. I know somewhere there's like gears that you can find. I think part of it is that you have to look. Yeah, there's a 14 down here. Okay. So I'm gonna go here. Let me just look on the movement. I forget. I don't want to necessarily burn 4 more cards, but I think I have to move down here. There's a 14 on here, so I'm going to come down here and take a look at 14. It's hidden on the thing. All right. So that is basically replacing this. I'm not sure what it's changing. There's now a spot where I can investigate. 16. There is something in here. You know, following the scampering crab, you notice a gleam at the entrance of the hole. You crouch down and reach into the hole and take the object. We have a metal gear wheel. We can now add +6 to wherever we want to get to. That goes in our book section. So we've found one of the two gear wheels that we need. All right, I think the other one might be up there. So we'll go up this way. That's going to cause 2 more cards to get burned. There's a curse. And then that'll put us here. And then it's going to be 1 plus 2, 1 plus, and then 2 successes. I think I'm going to draw 2 cards. Let's draw 3, actually. Yeah, we got a curse. We got 1 star. This is scramble. I think I'm kind of screwed. Yeah, I think I'm screwed. You fall to the unforgiving stray ground before each involved character takes a 1/4 card. You are injured. So we can stop to heal ourselves, but this essentially becomes part of our state. I'm going to give this one more try. We're going to do 3 more cards again. And this time we were successful. I'm not going to bother keeping any of these. So 26 and then discard that. You notice a path to the south, apparently free of any jets of steam. Constantly looking for an easier means of access, you carefully walk back down from the peak. Banish the terrain you are standing on, replace it with 10. So I think what that means is that we get rid of this one, because technically this is where we were standing. And we're going to replace it with the 10 that's in here. It's a little bit more up to date. Put that over there. 7, 9, and 4. Those don't really change, but now it is an easier terrain to get through. Let's go down here and take a look at 35. I don't think I actually looked at that earlier. Nope. That was stupid. Unfortunately, just as soon as you settle in, you awaken thousands of little insects. Yay. Where are you find yet? So we need to discard this by hiding, which means that we're going to burn through 4 cards. We have to have 1 success, and we do. We also drew 2 curses, so that's fun. Our deck is almost empty. Oh, where was it? I think what I remember about not liking this game, or not liking in this game, is that it did feel very much like it was just, I think we're going to go up here, and then we're going to try to search that. So we're going to draw 1 card. We don't need anything. Fortunately, we get a curse. So. And that's going to be 31. Oh, and there's 2 31s here, so it could be either one. The waves violently pound the rocks, splashing your face with sea spray. You inch towards the body along the slippery rocks, trying your best not to fall into the water. You manage to keep your balance. Take a 32 card from the adventure deck if available. Discard this and replace it with a 139 card. Metal Gear Wheel. All right, so we're going to replace this with 139. Oh, this was meant to go here, and then I had to. Yeah, I think I've messed up the rules here a little bit. Essentially, at this point, I pretty much guaranteed that I would have to start, like I'd have to flip over the deck. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump ahead a little bit. I'm gonna shuffle this deck. We're gonna get back over here. That's probably not supposed to be in the discard. This, I think, allowed me to use bandages fairly easily. Oh, that should have gone into my thing up there anyway, so oops. All right, let's just go ahead and see what happens if we do 21. We're going to go 21 to, yeah, curse, game's over. All right, so 21, for this flag, we would add the two numbers that are on our gear wheels, and instead of 21, we'd go to 37. No, 27, because I can add. 27 is a stick on the control engine. Oh, nope, that would be if we just added 1 6. If we added both sixes, we would get the submarine fully working. Oh, God damn it. And we would get to take 3/3 cards. We would banish the 2 Metal Gear Wheel cards, return all the cards on the board and in the past, and banish a green 17 card. Put into play 39, and then head and so on. And basically, you'd start the new land. We didn't even get to that part. And what I remember about playing this is that very often it felt like a video game that you weren't allowed to make save functions at. Like you just were never allowed to, because you're always fighting up against a time limit. And what I now know is that instead of mucking around here, for this, it would have been, okay, so we need to go up here, get this gear wheel. We need to go down here, explore, get this gear wheel, get across, get the submarine out, and then head out. And it becomes a lot easier because you know that. And there's really no reason to know that. It's not like this says that there are clues on there, and obviously, if you have a strategy of fully explore one spot before you move on to another spot, you will greatly reduce the number of cards you go through. But it did strike me as just sort of like a kind of tedious game after a while. There's a lot of puzzly elements to this. There's a lot of stuff to explore, but I would not be as eager as I used to be to go out and get the expansions to this. I think there's fun to be had if you're in a group and you've never played it before, but again, just be prepared for some tediousness. And I would honestly almost say just get rid of the curses. Just have fun exploring. Just have fun walking around. I also don't know if I was making a mistake about the movement. That burned through the deck really quick. That could have been something affecting me. And I barely used my items. I didn't even really look at my items or skills, and that was obviously a mistake on my part. But that is Seventh Continent. That is the 362nd game of the year, and we've got 3 more to go. And I'll see you tomorrow, folks.